The Alash autonomy, also known as the Alash Orda, was a short-lived political movement in Central Asia. In late 1905, a delegate congress was held in Uralsk, bringing together representatives from 5 different regions of Kazakhstan. During this congress, a resolution was adopted to establish a Kazakh National Party, which later evolved into the Alash movement. Following the February Revolution, Russia underwent a period of weakening, and during this time, the Kazakh elite seized the opportunity to create a political party. At an all-Kazakh Congress held in Edinburgh from July 21st to 28, 1917, the party was formally organized. During this gathering, important decisions were made, including the preference for a federal parliamentary republic as a form of government for Russia. In December 1917, the Alash Party was officially founded, and news of its formation was published in the Kazakh journal. Alash Party achieved electoral success in most regions of Kazakhstan, effectively establishing what came to be known as the Alash autonomy. Also, the Karkarli petition of 1905 was a program document of the Alash movement. The chairman of the Alash autonomy was Alexan Bukikhanov. Before the establishment of the Alash Party, Bukikhanov and other prominent members had belonged to the more liberal Constitutional Democratic Party. They maintained certain connections with this party during their time in the Alash movement.
The Alash Party became the first political organization of the Kazakhs to develop a set of measures to solve the problems of society of that time. The main idea of Alash intellectuals was to create a sovereign, independent nation-state of Kazakh people. Under the banner of Alash ideology, the nation's intellectuals united the Kazakh youth with liberal and national slogans. They had the regional gatherings of Muslims from all Kazakh regions and raised the issues that were of concern to the Kazakhs of that time. First of all, the issues of land, language, religion, and mentality were raised there. They didn't just say and shout about them. All of them were propagandized in the Kazakh newspaper, ICAP magazine, and other media. Figures of the Alash movement fought for the acquisition of statehood for the Kazakhs. Наша цель – предоставить возможность самому народу решать свою судьбу, emphasized Shansha Dostmuhamedov. Alash representatives believed that only the national language raises the culture, national spirit, and political leadership of the Kazakh nation. The Tsarist government tried to deprive the Kazakhs of their language in every possible way. The Russification policy had a strong impact on education, but the Alash representatives prevented this obstacle by compiling the alphabet of the state language, publishing the newspaper Kazakh, and writing valuable researches about our native.
Promotion of Kazakh language and culture. In 1917, the Alash autonomy leaders actively promoted the use of Kazakh language in education and administration. They encouraged the publication of Kazakh language newspapers and magazines, with publications such as Kazakh Yildary and Avul. After that, cultural events and festivals were organized to revive traditional Kazakh customs and arts. In 1918, the Alash autonomy government sponsored the opening of the Kazakh Drama Theater in Orenburg, which aimed to showcase Kazakh theatrical arts and storytelling. Educational initiatives. In 1917, the Alash autonomy leaders established the Kazakh Pedagogical Institute in Orenburg to train Kazakh teachers. This institution played a pivotal role in advancing education in the Kazakh development of a legal system. The Alash autonomy introduced laws and regulations to govern its territory. The Alash constitution, which was adopted in December 1917, it outlined the principles of governance and the rights of citizens within the autonomy. Political engagement. In 1919, Alexan Bukikhanov, the chairman of the Alash Orda, sent a delegation to the Paris Peace Conference to seek international recognition of the Alash autonomy and its quest for autonomy within the Soviet state. Besides, the Alash autonomy leaders sought cooperation with other ethnic groups within their territory. Example is the inclusion of Russian and Ukrainian representatives in the government structure.
Alash autonomy played an important role in Kazakhstan in the early 20th century. It was an attempt by Kazakh intellectuals and nationally minded leaders to achieve autonomy for the Kazakh people under the condition of the Russian Empire state. The Alash autonomy became a symbol of Kazakh people aspiration for the national autonomy and the self-determination. It was subsequently influenced Kazakh national consciousness and became part of the national heritage. In later periods, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, Kazakhstan became an independent state, continued to develop its culture and identity.